Do you ever get a moment when you're thinking, I need to just stop doing a couple things for a minute? I'm going to get burnt out. I'm feeling run down. If that's you, we're going to give you some tips and some analogies that I think could help you out today that have helped me and people who I help. Welcome to the Black Health Podcast. I'm your host, Drew Cause. I want to dive right in. So I'll give the analogy first of the phone. We all know that most phones cannot last all day without getting on the charger. Now, these new phones are nothing like back in the day where if you guys remember the Sidekick, the MDA, the BlackBerry, the Nokia with the Snake Game, the Nextel with the Chirp, those phones you could literally not charge them for 2-3 days and they'll be good. These new phones, you almost can't you cannot go the whole day without charging them. They're designed for some reason to have to be charged. Now, I think the reason why they're designed like that, outside of companies might want you to purchase a new phone, I think that they're designed like that because of how much apps and things that are on them. What do I mean by that? So most phones now, back in the day, those most of those phones didn't have the internet even on them. So I know I'm dating myself majorly today. But most of those phones didn't have the internet on it. So you didn't have a lot of apps. You maybe had a couple games and that was really it. I remember texting with a razor. Remember the ones you had the numbers and you had to double tap it and all that. So those phones didn't have a lot of apps on it. Our phones are our phone has an app store on it where you can download tons of apps and do tons of things. Now, why does that make a difference? Because the more stuff you have running on the phone, the more it's going to drain the battery. So you're going to have to keep charging it of some sort. It's similar to us. The more we have going on, the more we're going to have to recharge or put ourselves on some form of a mental, spiritual charger. It doesn't have to be something crazy and deep, but it might be something hey, every 2 hours, I'm taking a 10-minute break to do nothing. I'm taking a 10-minute break to smell a candle. I'm taking a 10-minute break to take a walk or something like that. The reason why is because we don't realize we are we're not robots. We're not machines. We will break down. We will burn out quicker than we think. The scary part is sometimes you don't know when the burnout is going to just happen. You don't know if it's going to just all of a sudden hit you and now you can't do anything because you're smoked out. Think about if we had this progression bar where it showed us the activities that we did and how much they drained us. On most phones and computers, you can go into the settings and the storage and you can see which apps are draining you the most, are draining the phone or the computer the most. And you can decide, do I need to delete this app? Do I need to do something different with this app? But you get to see clearly what are the things that's draining this computer or taking up tons of space. I kind of wish we had that in real life. I wish there was something that we could see that would show us this thing is taking up 50% of your energy every single day. Or that thing right there is literally draining you every single day. Take it off your plate or quit it. Now, certain things we can't do that with, but I wish we had something like that. But since we don't, what I want to give you guys I want to give you guys something to think about today. It would literally be write down ways to recharge yourself that doesn't cost any money. I'm saying that first because it will be hard to have tons of things that cost money because now you're going to run into spending a lot of money. So write down things that don't cost any money. Write down also things that you can do rather quickly. You could stop your car somewhere, shut your eyes, and take a 5 minutes to take some deep breaths, or you can keep a candle on your desk. I usually keep candles now on my desk where I do my work. And before, I wouldn't light a candle unless I had a half an hour or an hour to chill. Now, it can be 2 minutes. I'm lighting the candle, I'm smelling it, seeing it, slowing myself down so I don't burn out. Another analogy that will help you realize, like, hey, we're not machines. We got to do something to like pour back into our mental, spiritual, and physical state. Is think of a gas station. If you drive your car every day and the commute that you're doing is longer than 10 minutes, you got to go to the gas station. It doesn't matter how well that car runs. It doesn't even matter how good the car looks unless you have a Tesla. And a Tesla, you got to charge that. You got to go to the gas station a couple times or at least once a week to fill back up the car, or the car won't run. We can start thinking of ourselves in the same manner. We have to find ways to recharge, to refill, so that we don't burn out, not just for ourselves, but so that we don't burn out for the people who are around us and the people we serve. Like, we don't need to keep getting to the point where you look at somebody and you see like the bags under their eyes, you see them worn out, you hear it in their voice, you see it in their how they are producing. We don't need to get to that point. So the first thing I would do is think about things that don't cost money that you can do regular. I say do something for self-care every day. Self-care is not limited to getting your nails done. It's not limited to getting a 90-minute Swedish massage. It can be small things that you actually do those things. Number two, I'm going to say start treating yourself like you would treat a kid, meaning you have to take care of the kid or the kid is going to be damaging themselves. Like, my daughter is 5. I have to take care of her. We have to make sure she's bathed. Have to make sure she's eating. Have to make sure she's going to bed at a certain time. Got to make sure that she's reading. You got to make sure of these things because you're trying to develop this person, and you're also taking care of somebody. I want you to think about yourself like that. Now, that's hard to do. I want you to call yourself by your middle name and take care of that person. My middle name is Jeff, so I have to take care of Jeff every day. Jeff needs to sometimes take naps. Jeff needs to be around something that's warm. Jeff loves hot showers. Jeff loves music. Got to take care of yourself. So I want you to think about taking care of yourself as if you are a different person. Because if we're honest, it is hard sometimes just to take care of ourselves. And then the third one, I want you to do this with some people or somebody. Go on like a 30-day challenge, taking care of ourselves challenge. That should be one, right? It doesn't mean you need to be putting the middle finger up at the world or anything like that, but think, how can we encourage each other to take care of ourselves? It's scary now because we're looking at social media and the news, and the thing that they're pumping out is work, produce, and not realizing that we're machines. And what it's also doing, it's setting people up for a lot of disappointment, because certain things aren't going to happen as quick as you see them on social media. You're not going to just always launch a 30-day program and then make 30, 50K all the time, or even at all. It doesn't happen that easy. But I want you to get in the habit of taking care of yourselves. Avoiding burnout. I've burnt out so many times. I took on too many tasks. I said yes to too many people. And something that has helped is I don't really have to say no to somebody. I have to say yes to me more. Which means, hey, if you ask me to do this at 8 p.m., no, that's my time for my family. Or I have a meeting at that time. And sometimes the meeting is me sitting with me, listening to music or watching a show. I want you guys to take care of yourselves more because we need you out here. And we need you to be better for yourself, for your family. But most importantly, you deserve to be better. You don't have to be burnt out. Take those tips. Number one, find some things that are inexpensive. Look on ChatGPT or Google or ask somebody. Number two, decide that you're going to take care of yourselves as if you're taking care of another person. And then number three, can you do this with somebody else? I like accountability in the form of you helping somebody rise up to their potential or helping somebody do better than they would. Not accountability when you're just telling somebody, you shouldn't be making excuses. We're not trying to David Goggins people. Shout out to David Goggins. I do love David Goggins. We're just not trying to David Goggins people when it comes to this. Take those tips, Go implement them and let me know how you do with them. Be great, guys. I'm out of here.